mean, I've got stuff going on. I've got pressures and stresses, things to work out.
Hello, my name's Michael. I'm the writer of the play, and we have 40 students from Faversham in Kent, and we're starting off today by looking at the script, and in particular, they have been asked to bring to life the other characters in the play. There are lots of characters in the play, but we only have one actor. Who'd like to volunteer first? Have a read.
My sister, she started, I don't know, like this last year, to be deliberately irritating, you know. I tell her, time to get off the computer and get to bed, school and that.
So if you were making, you haven't read the whole play, but if you were making an assumption, if you were drawing a conclusion from that, if he's playing the role of the dad, what could that mean?
Well, my name is Rhys Jarman, and I'm the set and costume designer for Time for the Good Looking Boy with Box Cover.
This is some kind of great unveiling. I hope you're not really unimpressed with it now. It's tiny.
Well, because it's quite grey and like there's not much bright colours, it's showing that.
I think it's very useful for them, obviously, in their education, but also I think for us as well. Especially for me, it's been a completely different way to design, taking into account, I guess, the views of a younger audience, because it's something you don't really always think about. Apart from audience perception, you don't really take on board an audience reaction quite as much or in the same way as you would when designing something like this.
So we've introduced the students to the script and to the set design, and now we're going to the rehearsal room to see the set in all its glory, because it's actually being built and ready for use for rehearsal. We're going to meet the director and Lloyd, who was the actor in the play.
My sister, she started, I don't know, like in the last year to be deliberately irritating, you know? I tell her, time to get off the computer, get to bed, school and that. She don't pay no notice. Carry on watching and Facebooking. I lose it. I don't want to, but I do. Do you mind shutting that thing off, I say? All polite. Nothing. I say it again, bit more with the volume. Do you mind logging out? Off, she says. You see, now she's trying to be clever, and inside, I'm like a bit of a man volcano, it's bubbling, but I've got to hold it in. Log out and log off. You log off, she says. Now you guys better just get out of the way, because this volcano is about to blow. I mean, I've got things going on. I've got pressures and stresses, stuff to work out. She ain't the only one, and she's only 13 anyway. And just when I'm about to just like go crazy, she turns to me and hugs me tight. Not saying nothing, just holding and hugging. Kind of squeezing out the anger, turning the lava into hot air. Hey.
I'm like, you can do a lot more of this, can't you? With them rather than just staying back here. And maybe that might be quite a good way of him talking to us while she's kind of in the centre. You know what I mean? Rather than you just kind of constantly staying.
Yeah.
He didn't come across as, the bad boy on the inside. He just came across as, someone trying to be hard and failing.
I'm Iqbal Khan, and I'm the director of Time for the Good Looking Boy. Having the young people come and see us in rehearsals is slightly unnerving. Because we're still at quite an early stage of the rehearsals, but at the same time, it's at that time when you're testing quite sort of young, fresh ideas that you want to be challenged. It's not always easy, but it's very useful to put those ideas out there and to get a real sense of how they will respond. And they're a very honest audience, polite. But ultimately, once prompted, they're very, very honest.
When he was like coming out to the audience, but then there was that line where he said about, I haven't done anything wrong, but then he wasn't looking at us when he said that, and I think he should be like justifying it to us that like he hasn't done anything.
Why?
To have a whole group of people, especially young people, a target audience, to come in and watch rehearsals and kind of give constructive criticism at the end of it is it's quite difficult when you're in the middle of, you know, you've not actually set anything, but at the same time it's good and it's important because they're the audience that it's for, and you need to know what they feel about things to know that you're going in the right direction.
So having the young people here at this stage, it does feel like a collaborative act, like they're actually contributing to what we'll ultimately create.
It's really weird when you showed us the model of it because I didn't really understand it, but then when you see it in real life, it's like, oh, well, that could sort of work.
Think outside the box, like what that could be. Oh, that guy could be that, and that could be that as well.
When I had to look,
Everything's like double meaning to everything, hasn't it?
The other way. It's still kind of difficult to get round into your head.
I think though, like when you actually see the whole play being performed, it'll be really good.
Yeah. It was pretty amazing, and it's not what I expected. It's better really than I expected it's going to be.